Welcome to GuruFocus Explainer. So glad you're tuning in. Okay, so today we're going to demystify one of the absolute handiest tools in investing. It's called the debt-to-equity ratio. Now, I know it sounds a little formal, right? But I promise you it is incredibly simple once we just break it down together.
Let's just dive right into it. Imagine you're looking at this giant, super successful company, and you kind of wonder, wait, do the founders actually own all of this? Or does the bank own most of it? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out today.
To answer that, we use the debt-to-equity ratio, or, just D/E for short. And hey, please don't let the math formula scare you off. At its core, this metric is literally just a quick, easy way to see how much borrowed money a business relies on compared to its very own money. Total liabilities, well, that's simply what they owe, and equity, that's what they actually own.
So, let's ground this in real life. Picture a neighborhood lemonade stand. To get this thing up and running, you're going to need two types of funding. On one side, you've got borrowed money, like maybe a loan from your parents. We call that debt. On the flip side, you have cash straight out of your own piggy bank, and we call that equity.
Let's say building this deluxe lemonade stand is going to cost you $500 total. You crack open your piggy bank, and boom, you find $200 of your own cash. That's your equity. But to get that remaining $300 to start the business, you have to borrow it. So your debt is $300.
All right, let's look at the simple math here. If we take your $300 of debt and we divide it by your $200 of equity, we get 1.5. What does that actually mean? It means that for your lemonade stand, you are using $1.50 of debt for every single dollar of your own equity. So you're probably wondering, what makes a good number? Well, generally speaking, a ratio below 1 is seen as pretty conservative, meaning the business is running mostly on its own money. On the other hand, a number of 2 or higher is usually riskier. Why? Because unlike your own piggy bank money, borrowed money always has to be paid back, rain or shine. But remember, this isn't some strict pass or fail test. It really depends on the type of business.
Okay, so how do you actually use this in your investing strategy? When you're on the GuruFocus screener looking up stocks, the absolute best way to use the debt-to-equity ratio is to compare similar companies. Think about it. A massive utility company building power plants is naturally going to carry way more debt than some asset-light software company that literally just needs laptops and Wi-Fi. You always want to compare apples to apples. And make sure to look at a company's history. Is their debt growing or shrinking over time?
So, here's my challenge for you today. Go hop on to GuruFocus, type in the ticker symbol of a company you absolutely love, and check out their debt-to-equity ratio. Are they relying on their own piggy bank, or are they leaning on the banks? Seriously, ask yourself, is this company actually building long-term wealth, or are they just borrowing time? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy investing.